Has anybody else noticed the self-deprecating cynicism we've started talking about ourselves with over the past decade? Most of it is deserved and rooted in objectivity, but let's try to take a step back for a moment. Bear with me, please. With the introduction of astrophysics and space travel in the late 20th century, the Abyss has peeled her mask back ever so slightly to reveal the horrifying scale of her size relative to her inhabitants. Jupiter has a little red spot right below her nose I'm sure you're all familiar with. Well, all humanity has ever known, and every remnant of every human ever could fit in this single fucking death storm. Then you multiply this bitch 1,000 times to amass the size of our
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that is some like transition of fucking Death Storm.
sun. Then compare that with the biggest sun we know of, and oh fuck, maybe humans aren't even a fleck after all. Maybe anything significant to be achieved in this life matters not. Maybe life is everywhere in the universe, forever beyond our reach. Yeah, well, maybe fuck that. I am absolutely tired of people using statistics to prove how alien life exists but beyond our reach. To come to a conclusion of the likelihood of life existing in the boundaries of the observable universe, we would need a benchmark to compare it with. We've observed over 5,811 exoplanets orbiting a star system in the same fashion the Earth does around the Sun. While it's true we haven't visited all of them, out of 5,811 planets, we've had no indication of life on any, nor have we detected any attempts of communication via radio or light. With there only being one identified case of life emerging on a planet so far, we have nothing to compare it with to determine its likelihood, the benchmark I referred to.
That sounds like AI. Like we're here saying that AI is gonna solve all our issues. AI is gonna be the catalyst of human extinction or human evolution. But yet AI is all a prediction. We don't even know what the fuck AI is gonna do next year. As a matter of fact, next year is too far. We don't even know what AI is doing right now. Can't nobody, not even the person programming, tell me what AI had for breakfast in his mind or what he wants to eat. You can't tell me anything. So why the fuck would I ever listen to you? Because you're a human who knows more than the average? I agree with you so far, S. Ron. SX Ron.
Earlier. For all we know, the chances of life spontaneously appearing may be as slim as the universe is large. Let's please wait until we even find a bacteria elsewhere to make comparisons. Please. Anyway, looking back at our origin, our subgenus was deemed inferior by the monkeys inhabiting the trees with us, subsequently kicking us out onto the open savanna with nothing but mud and rocks to defend ourselves from the predation at the time, or so it is theorized. Lions averaging 1.5 times their size today, panthers, jaguars, the entirety of the open landmass teeming
What the
with hostility and ferocity. Look down at your hands for me. What do you see? Thin nails that
Lions.
barely protrude from our fingers, thinly veiled skin easily pierced by even skimming branches, body hair with enough transparency to keep 90% of our arms and hands revealed to the elements. Every biological superpower seems to have passed us by. Comparing our physicality to apes, our claws to bears, our teeth to tigers, and our hair to lions, we were handicapped in just about every facet.
Alright, my nigga. What the fuck you trying to say, bro? Because I ain't saying I could take a lion down, but give me a gun. Machine gun with a car. Screw it. Maybe we are handicapped, but you don't gotta say it like that. We could talk, and they can't. Well, they can talk. We just can't understand. Alright, whatever. We're handicapped.
Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he starves and dies because you didn't give him a fucking fishing rod. Give animals resistance to the elements, allow them to hunt. Teach humans how to make throat sounds, and somebody send the asteroid over again, please.
Yeah,
Despite our crippling and quite
yeah.
frankly humiliating fragility, the entirety of the animal kingdom is now forever at our mercy. Looked down upon as though an adult to a child not of their seed. A merciful compassion we have for them. A merciful pity. I used to have this childhood comfort join me whenever I got particularly existential. I was under the assumption that no matter how little I knew, there was always somebody steering the ship. When I reach or surpass the age of 20, the real world would unveil itself to me and the mysteries would clear themselves. I would have some semblance of an idea as to why I was here in the first place. Well, that was bullshit, as I'm sure you've all figured out. I then went through a stage of anxiety and panic. If nobody's steering the ship, it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down, is it not? And why is this here? And why is some molded cheese house?
Well, someone is steering the ship. That's God. And you know, that ship could be ending anytime soon. So I think the trust that you have in your spirituality will be just enough to carry you through a lifetime.
But so bad, and why does the Wi-Fi cut out when it's raining? And why does my cat like to bother me when I'm asleep? You fucking... Fuck you, Timmy. It was a year or so after this in which I came to a realization which I hope I can help you come to, too. Haha, I said too. Stop being immature, okay? This is serious. I will preface by saying I'm not saying I don't believe aliens exist. In fact, I think there is more evidence to believe so now more than ever. I'm merely dispelling the narrative that humans are fleeting and anything short of miraculous, and our level of achievement is common in the cosmos and aliens have done it all before. Humans are unique and humans are formidable. The internet, satellites, GPS systems, spacecraft. If there is anything on Earth or beyond at the helm of
It was crazy. After watching this video, it made me question aliens. Like, are they humans that just did some sadistic shit with an animal and they created them some shit? Like, some shit. You guys are scaring me now with all of these allegations that aren't true. Because how are you so confident in your ability to be like wrong all the time? Even a programmer gets tired of being wrong. That nigga's gonna open that fucking documentation and make sure that what he's saying is fact checked. Ain't no way, ain't no person like a human more confident in an alien, bro. Never got it.
discovery and finding answers to impossible
At least God got some sort of written trails or whatever the case may be. We left with straight symbols, pictures, or some shit that a retard could have drew. I ain't trying to sugarcoat, but like, come on now.
questions. It's us, me and you. And if anybody tells you different, tell them to fuck off and show them a picture of the Large Hadron Collider, and Popcorn, and Scrawn, and Acorn,
Go on, that's your
Sean,
name. And
and
Sean.
yeah, I've got nothing. I hope this gives you the motivation to live life with zest and vigor because you've been given the absolutely wonderful privilege and pleasure of being human.
I mean, I guess. You could have been a rock.
Genesis 1 verse 26. And God said, let us
Let
make
there
man in
be.
our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all of the earth. There are two generally theorized stories about how we got here. Either we bested fierce creatures from lion to snake, or we were shaped in divinity to rule the stars. As I said, there's no benchmark for how common life is on other planets considering we haven't noticed any. Applying this logic,
Yeah, that is true. Saying that there's life on another planet would mean that God gave care to another thing outside of us. You get what I mean? Like, it's almost like questioning what we have here. Now, if they are existential creatures, they should make their way towards us rather than us finding them. It goes back to that old Babylon story. It's in the Bible as well, where human and man was like creating this stairway, the staircase to heaven, and like God just, well, supposedly God just made sure division was clear. Like that's when he made race and divided into language and kind of scattered us around because he knew that we would stop at nothing to see where he was. So like, let's be happy with where we at, the playground that we're living in. Let's stop searching for things that we shouldn't be searching for.
there might not be any intelligent life in our entire galaxy, and maybe, just maybe, we stand in solitude against the entire universe. What that means is nobody is steering the ship. There is no ship. We are the ship while simultaneously steering it as a collective, maybe unfortunately, together. A wise man once said, "From intelligence derives meaning." If we are the only indication of intelligence, we might be the only meaning that the universe has. If we mess this up now with overconsumption, yellow, explodey shit, or creating better thinkers than us, we might have just sapped the abyss of any meaning it had, ever. Look at me, okay? I'm not gonna nuke us, so you better promise not to.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know what's funny about praying mantis? Yo, the male praying mantis, he mates and he gets his head eaten off. That's why they always like mad angry. Ain't bust a nut in years, like 1800-year-old nut. Yeah, better stay away from that, man.
Okay? Okay. We should be good for the next few years then.
Nah, yeah, I agree with him. I think that this whole search for reality is gonna come bite us in the ass soon because we know so much that it feels like we know nothing. And in that nothing, we're allowing shit that like we would know better than to do happen. So let's hope that artificial general intelligence doesn't take precedent over human race. Great content. Love humor and definitely you. Holidays, happy holidays. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.